Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope everybody's well. I would like to take a quick second, Scorpio, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Scorpio out there. So, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, just get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you're starting out with the Six of Wands. You have the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Cups reversed. So I do feel like you're feeling pretty successful about something. You may have had to cut someone or something out of your life, but you're feeling confident about this. You're feeling good about it. You might have been a little unhappy or angry with somebody that you've cut out. I definitely feel like, there's this energy of it's done, I've cut this out, and I'm not going back. So let me see who's in your energy here. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the King of Wands reversed, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and the Knight of Cups reversed. This person's going through some sort of a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle. I feel like you may have been involved in some sort of karmic cycle with this person, and your choice here kind of pulled you out of it. But they're still suffering the effects of this. Now, I do feel like this is somebody who is trying to release and let go. They might not be very happy about the situation, though. The King of Wands is in the reverse. I don't see them doing anything about it, but I feel like they might be a little bit bitter right now, to be quite honest. Knight of Cups in the reverse. They still have feelings, but they have pulled those feelings back. I don't see them communicating. I don't see them coming towards you. Let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. All right, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you've pulled back your feelings and emotions. They've sharply pulled back. But I feel like for you, Scorpio, you're basically saying that, this person drained you, or the connection drained you. There's an energy here of, feeling as if like you've lost that loving feeling. I feel like this person still has feelings for you, however, and I feel like they are kind of keeping those to themselves. I don't see either of you expressing emotions. Let me see what's affecting this connection. They're also saying that the reason that this there's instability in this connection, they're basically saying it's on you. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's what they're saying. All right, so what's affecting this is the Five of Swords in the reverse. There's an avoidance of conflict that's taking place, or if there has been conflict already, that is resolving. But it feels more like an avoidance. Both of you are trying to avoid having further conflict. You're not talking to them. You're angry. They're feeling a little bitter. Neither of you are coming towards each other. So let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Scorpio. All right, Four of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, that's that releasing, letting go energy. Yeah, I feel like this person in your energy, Scorpio, I feel like they're trying to release this connection. They're saying that you did something that made this connection unstable, and that they have to release you. They have to let you go. They're saying that they feel disrespected. They're bitter and angry about it. They still have feelings, but they're not expressing them, and you're both avoiding one another. Now, in your energy, I feel like you cut this person out, and it was very decisive and very fast. I also feel like you are angry with this person. You're avoiding conflict with them as well. You are unhappy in this situation, though, and that's, I definitely feel like it was very decisive. You're like, no, this is not coming back together again. There could be some arguments regarding finances or money as well. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and this is indicating that healing is coming. This has been a very painful situation, a painful breakup. There could have been some betrayal in some manner as well, but healing energy is underlying all of this. So let's clarify. Spirit, what is the Six of Wands here? Okay. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Four of Cups in reverse as well. Both of you do. So there's some mirroring with that, and Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is a connection that both of you kind of grew, like you grew out of love with one another. You're both experiencing this energy of feeling like the love is gone. I do feel like you want balance back in your life, and you feel like staying in this connection is going to be a poor judgment call for you. So you've really pulled back, and I feel like you both are kind of mirroring this energy of feeling like, you know, the love is gone. Let me see why the Queen of Swords is in reverse. Why is the Queen of Swords in reverse? Okay, Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, there were just a lot of problems here. You were exhausted. You were tired. I feel like there's still some things that have to be resolved, and you're trying to avoid them. You're trying to avoid contact with this person because it always winds up with conflict, and you don't trust that it's not going to be a conflict here, but there are still some things that are unresolved. You're wanting to move your life forward, to bring balance back into your life. And I feel like the only way you were feeling that you could do that was to, you know, make a decisive cut in this connection and be done. Let me see. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse? All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you've got a glow up going on, Scorpio. There may be some codependent energy here, though, and there's also an indication that for some of you, and you'll know if it's you, it's not for everybody by any means, but some of you may have been acting single when you were not, possibly juggling somebody, you know, this person and somebody else. But if that was not you, then just let that go. I definitely feel like when you were involved in this connection, you were very unhappy. And I feel like you took the initiative to, you know, change those circumstances. Now, a lot of you could have a, you know, glow up going on. You may have like gotten a new hairstyle, changed your wardrobe, because it's the energy of now that you are free, now that you have ended this, now you can really express yourself. You can live a passionate life again. It's almost like you felt that you were being buried alive here in some sort of connection. So let me see their energy. Spirit, why is the Four of Cups in the reverse? The Hangman and the Ace of Wands reverse. Yeah, so this person is, again, there's an indication that they're blaming you for what happened. And again, for some of you, there could have been some sexual impropriety from their opinion. I do feel like this person, they are trying to release and let this go, but they do feel disrespected. And they're waiting for some kind of communication from you. Yeah, they're waiting to hear something from you, which I'm not sure what that is. Let me see why the King of Wands is here, because they definitely have some waiting energy. Okay, Ace of Cups reversed. And the King of Cups reversed. Yeah, they're having a hard time. I will tell you that. Again, it's an indication that they're saying this ended because of you. They, you know, they're very clear about that. They're, you know, doing some blaming, some finger pointing here. I also feel like this person is saying, look, we could have been good together, but now we're not on the same page, but that's because of the things that you've said or done. They still have feelings, and that's the problem. I feel like you've kind of moved forward in your mind because you felt like this connection was drowning you, like it was draining you. And for them, they still have these feelings and emotions. And I feel like they feel that they because you're the one who made the call, it's almost like they're saying, you know, you caused this, and so now I want this balanced out. I want you held responsible. So I do feel like they still have feelings. They're holding those back. They still feel like you are their person, but that the two of you are not on the same page. So they're resentful. They're very resentful right now. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse? Page of Pentacles and the Lovers. Yeah. And that's having that choice. They know that you had a choice between them and someone else. And they're feeling unloved. They're feeling as if, you know, you've rejected them, basically. That's what they're feeling. I do feel at some point they're going to tell you about that. Yeah, because this person feels like you're a soulmate. So let me see the energy between Scorpio and this person. Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah. Now, the Ten of Swords is in the reverse, so this person will heal. I do feel that, you know, you feel very strongly, you know, that the love is gone here, that and that your feelings matter too. And they do, Scorpio. They do. I do feel that, you know, you are focusing very strongly right now on your finances, your money, your own stability, your children, if you have children, and you're doing a lot of self-care right now. But there's just definitely this energy of feeling that the love was drained out here. You know, like I said earlier, there could be some, you know, conflicts regarding money. And if that's the case, you're being very, very astute, very careful with your money. I do feel that this person that's in your energy feels very betrayed. They're waiting to see if you're going to come back to them. Yeah, that's what it is. They're waiting to see. There's this waiting energy, and it's waiting to see if you're going to come back to them. Especially if you are involved with someone else, they're thinking that that will end and that you will come back to them. And I feel like, you know, they feel betrayed. This has been very painful for them. So let me see why the Five of Swords is in reverse. Queen of Cups reversed, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. So they're not being honest with you about the feelings. They could have said some very harsh things, but the truth is that they still have deep feelings, and they are waiting for you to come back. They're not being truthful about that. I do feel like this person is avoiding any kind of communication because they don't trust you at this point. They feel betrayed. And I do feel like they're kind of holding back. They're not coming towards you or expressing themselves emotionally. Now, again, in your energy, we have this Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's in the reverse between the two of you. And it's like you saying, basically, look, I know there's some unfinished business here, but every time I talk to you, there's problems. This is over. This is done. I am not going back to this. It's kind of an energy where you're almost saying, I just don't love you anymore. You know, take care of responsibilities that you have. Let's finish out this business here, but this is done. And it's like you don't want to talk with this person. You know they don't trust you. For some of you, you know, there could be a little guilt involved with that, but there's definitely something unfinished here, but you're both avoiding it. For you, it's because it just drains you. And for them, I feel like, you know, they're not being honest about how they actually feel. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Scorpio and this person. Yeah, for some of you, there's an argument about money that's taking place. The Empress. Justice in the reverse. And the Three of Pentacles. All right, so in your outcome, if there is something to do with finances and money, it may not go exactly the way you want it to. I will say that there's an ending of a foundation that's here. That ending for some of you included, you know, some third-party energy. But it's, you know, even if it didn't, it's basically you saying, look, this is over, this is done. There's a contract that's being broken here. It could be a physical contract, like a marriage contract, or it could be a social contract. But it's not over at this point. And part of it could be legal. Justice card does deal with legalities, so it could be something legal and it's not complete. Or this could also be like spiritual, you know, karma here. But for some of you, it's definitely, there's an argument, a legal argument even, about finances or money. And this person is coming through and saying, look, you know, this is unbalanced because of the things that you did. You, Scorpio, created the problem. You had a choice between me and someone else. You went with someone else. You broke my heart. You hurt me. And also keep in mind that this person could be influenced by a very strong female in their life that could be, you know, giving them some sort of information. I do see that for some of you, this person could have like a mother or a mother-in-law, a baby mama. It's like a maternal figure. Could be somebody that mothers this person, but it's a maternal figure that could be giving them advice as well. The other thing is what they're not telling you is that they are talking to someone. For some of you, this person is talking to someone, but they're not letting you know that because they could be fearing that it will affect the decisions between the two of you. So just be aware. Bottom of the deck is the Tower card. So that's underlying energy, and it does indicate that there is a Tower moment coming here. This is a situation that's not balanced yet. It's not karmically balanced. For some of you, it's not physically balanced, like with courts or, you know, legalities. But definitely there's a Tower moment that's coming. So just be careful. Make sure that you're doing things on the up and up. I definitely don't feel that you want to entertain this person. I'm a little uncomfortable that they have this sneaky energy that's in here, and it comes out with there being other people affecting their decisions, and also, you know, that there is someone new in their energy that they don't want you to know about. So just be careful. All right. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, and we'll see if there's any further advice or information for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you have assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Okay? So don't be afraid to assert yourself in this situation. And I do feel like you will do that, but I see a lot of pulling back right now, a lot of hesitating, avoidance, and that kind of thing, because I do feel like there's definitely been it's been a difficult situation. And this person kind of pisses you off when they pull stuff as well. All right, I hope this has been helpful. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Scorpio, know that you are loved, and namaste.